Hello, this is the Timeless Tarot, and today's reading is a love reading for the sign of Taurus, stretching from now right through to the new year. So we'll be taking in the whole of the festive period and all of the holidays. Okay, right, so I've put out a spread. Let's go to the bottom of the deck and see what we've got. Great. We have some messages. Free-flowing communication coming in by the looks of things. Ooh, exciting. And beneath that we have victory and the King of Pentacles. Well, this is a Taurian really. So it could be, perhaps if you've been waiting for messages from an earth sign masculine, then they're coming in. Or maybe maybe this card is referring to you as the earth sign, and maybe you've been waiting for the right time in order to contact somebody. Possibly. Either way round, I think. But in any case, these two cards together are a powerful combination, I would say. Victory obviously is good news. King of Pentacles is the king of money, but he's also really the most stable and secure king. And I know that is something that Taurians like to have, is stability in their life. And if you've been trying to work on your stability, then I think that's a great thing. If you've been trying to work on your financial footing, then I also think that's a great thing. It feels like your position is better. That's what I want to say. It feels like you're in a better position than you were in before. Now, this is a love reading, so these could be Cupid's arrows. And if that's the case, maybe you've just started dating. Perhaps there's a lot of messages toing and froing, or maybe that's something you're considering doing. If so, I think that would be good. I think that you will receive a lot of messages if that's something you want to do. So this is good. The energy's feeling good. It's feeling very positive. Feels like you've stabilized yourself, but possibly in a financial way, or maybe in an emotional way. Perhaps you've had a difficult period of time and you're feeling more stable and secure in a more emotional, mental way, perhaps. Possibly, yeah. Let's talk a little bit more about these messages, though. This could be communication of any sort, but it does feel like they're flying. Feel a little bit like they could be coming from quite a long way away. Yeah, well, interesting. We'll go back to that as periodically as we go through the reading. Right, at the centre we have the Hanged Man, gaining enlightenment. Like you're on pause, or you've been on pause for a bit, trying to work things out, or trying to stabilise yourself. I think if that's the case, you've managed it. This is feeling very stable and secure. If you've been on pause trying to work your way out of a tricky situation or an unusual situation that you found yourself in, then I think that's fine. I think you've enlightened yourself. Now, what's crossing that is the Knight of Wands. So, the Knight of Wands is a card of action. He's the Knight dynamic energy. Now, if that's crossing the Hanged Man, crossing your ability to gain enlightenment and be on pause, I think what it's trying to say is that you've got yourself ready. You've been working on yourself in some way or other, I think, or on your wealth or your stability. And I think you are ready to come out of this energy of things being on pause. You're not quite out of it yet, but I'm not quite sure why. Why aren't you moving forward now? Why do we have the Hanged Man and victory as well already? We've got two cards here. So the Hierophant is the Taurus card as well. And we have the World. These are big cards. So what is stopping you from coming out of the Hanged Man energy? Well, to me, it feels like you can't get your love life going in the way you want because, well, it could be that it was what I was saying before about those arrows coming from far away. It feels to me a little bit like maybe you want something more secure than what you've got, possibly because you've got somebody on the other side of the world or somebody who's not living close enough by to you, so you can't have what you would really like in the traditional sense, I think. It feels like you're ready to move something forward. I feel like you've been doing a lot of work on yourself, and you've done really well with that. You must have, because otherwise we wouldn't have the card of victory. I think you are ready. The world is a change. It's the ending of a phase. You've ended one phase, and I think that phase relates to, well, I just want to say hard work. It feels to me like you've been working very hard, and that is now ended, and you're ready to move things forward in a sort of traditional way. I just don't think you're able to do it because these two cards are at odds with one another. The Hierophant is tradition, and the Knight of Wands is around for a good time, not a long time really. So perhaps you've been working out how to move a love situation forward. Possibly. Let's carry on and see where we get to. On the face of things, it looks like you've got a happy family life, or you're embarking on finding a happy family life. That's the card of idealistic family, if you like, living on fresh air and love rather than everything else you need in life. It's sort of a bit idealistic, I suppose. Unrealistic, perhaps. So it looks like everything is great on the surface, and what's clarifying that is the King of Cups. This is the king that doesn't generally know how he feels. So maybe you want to be in connection with a water sign king. Maybe you want this sort of happy family life with a water sign king and you can't seem to get yourself there. Possibly. Or maybe you feel like your future is with a water sign king and you're not there yet. Potentially. What's underneath or what's hidden is that you're in a state of confusion. I think so. And this is why we had at the start this energy of being on pause and waiting to gain enlightenment. Yeah, so the business of trying to be enlightened is because you've been feeling a bit confused. And it's taken quite a lot of your energy, I think. Trying to work out what is a good deal and what isn't. Now, Strength is a Leo card, so you could be dealing with a Leo. The Page of Pentacles is a small offer which has potential. Maybe you saw potential with a Leo and it's not developed, and so you've gone back to having to look at what else is out there. Possibly. Because I think perhaps you can't seem to shift your love into the direction that you want, is what it feels like. It's interesting because we've got these under, at the bottom of the deck, we've got these really positive, strong, powerful cards, but it feels like you're not quite really being able to shift yourself forward, even though you've got some momentum behind you. I feel like you're sort of in a period of transition, Taurus, and you're moving from what was hard work on your own, working on your health, your wealth, your stability. I think so. And this is where we've got the King of Pentacles here and the Victory card, is because you've had to do quite a lot of hard work on your own in the past. And I'm saying this is in the past because it's in the past position on the spread, but it doesn't feel like very long ago to me. This feels quite nowish. So you've made great strides forward, it feels like, and in the future you've come to the end of the road with something. Let's get a clarifier for the Ten of Wands. Why do we have the Ten of Wands in the future position? You've come to the end of the road with something that was not fully serving you. It's an interesting one because the Devil it's a sort of commitment, really. It feels like you've been committed to something that actually hasn't been very good for you, is what it feels like to me. The Devil is obsessive energy. It could be an oppressive energy. In terms of a love connection, you could have had a very strong physical link to somebody, but you can't seem to get it where you want it to be, and it looks to me like you're going to be leaving this in the past. You could also be dealing with a Capricorn, but that's not necessarily a definite thing. I think you've been in a cycle with somebody and you've been trying to move things forward into a way that you want it to work for you, and you can't do it. You've been trying, you've been thinking very hard about it, and you still can't work out how to do it. Meanwhile, you've been working on yourself and your wealth and your health and you're in a great position now. And I think what that has done is it's sort of highlighted to you the difference between putting in the work for yourself, on yourself, and dealing with something that is not right for you. And so actually, you're opting to leave it behind. That's what it feels like. So some of you could be coming out of a relationship, I think. Or, well, this is more of a thing possibly. If you have been working on yourself, you might be recognizing that this actually wasn't a relationship. It's more of a situationship, and it isn't good for you. So if you've been in some sort of physical connection with somebody, you might very well be recognizing soon that it's not right for you. And I think these communication cards are here sort of really, these are cards of pricking your conscience, I think. I think you know that this has not been good for you for a while. And I think these are bringing you to the realization that you need to make a change. I think so. I mean, you're going to make a really good change. There's no question in my mind that the change is going to be better for you. It's taken you a while to get here. I think you've struggled with this decision because, I'll tell you why you've struggled. It's because it held great potential in one aspect, but it wasn't delivering everything you wanted. I think maybe you've hung on to this for a while thinking it would improve, and the potential just is not developing into anything of substance. And so you've struggled with this, particularly when you look outside to see what else there is, because it feels in a way that there isn't anything better. But this is feeling very, very cyclical. You've come to an end with something. This is ending. So if you have been in some sort of relationship, situationship, love affair with somebody that you can't get the way you want it to be, or they're just not delivering what you thought they were going to, then the great news is you're going to end it, and it's going to be quite tidy. It's not going to hang around. It's not going to cause you a lot of problems. I think you're coming to the understanding that you need to make a change, and it's going to be much better for you. Because in the personal position, we have the card of happiness. It's going to make you happy. And this is why we had victory at the start. It's a bit of a battle. You've sort of been battling with yourself and your own conscience. And that's what these arrows were saying. They've been pricking your conscience to make the change. You've been struggling to make the change, but you know that it's better for you. And I believe that it is going to make you much happier in a personal way. In the home environment, we have the Knight of Cups. Well, this is a water sign masculine offering a cup of love. Let's take a clarifier here. Who is coming in? Because we had, don't forget, at the top we had a water sign man. Now we have an offer from potentially from a water sign man. Just could be a sensitive man, actually. I think if you've been trying to make things work with a water sign man, that is the thing that's probably ending. But there is another offer coming in. Let's see. Why do we have the Knight of Cups in the home position? We've got two here. Queen of Cups and Death. Well, death is a big change. So there could be a big change going on at home. I have to ponder this one. I wonder if what it's actually saying is that it doesn't matter what's offered to you from this particular masculine. Doesn't really matter what he's offering now, because you've decided it's ended. I think you've made an emotional decision here. That's not quite the right way to say it. There's some... I'm going to have to get another clarifier. In order to heal, I think, from this situation that you've decided you need to get out of, you've been healing. And actually, when I said before it's an emotional decision, I think perhaps it's a decision you have not wanted to make or take or deliver. I think it's been a hard decision, but you know it's for the best, and it is coming. You are going to do it. In terms of why you've got the Knight of Cups, though, offering in the home position, could be that you're leaving home or changing home, or you're not going to be entertaining this person at home anymore, potentially. In any case, there's been some sort of healing. This is the most loving energy, really, in the whole deck, the Queen of Cups. And so, feeling you're just cutting your losses here. It's not that you don't care about that. this person anymore. I think you still do, but you've recognized that you can't keep doing it, and it's time to make a change. And this is going to be quite cathartic for you, I think, which is why we've got the Four of Swords and Death. This is you are going through, and I said before, a period of change, but it's going to be a lot better for you. You're going to come out of it feeling much more in your own energy, really. I think perhaps maybe some of you have struggled with your emotions during this relationship, situationship. And I think for you, you've recognised that for your own sanity and your own emotional best health, you've had to cut yourself off. That's what Death is saying here. I think it might have started in a very romantic way. And I just think that, you know, because we've got a partnership here, true partnership, looks like. It's not really enough for you anymore. In fact, I don't think it's been enough for you for a while, but I think maybe some of you might have been trying to make it work, or thinking it could work, or it's something like that. In the hopes and fears position, yeah, you see what you've got on offer you're not happy with. If you're fearing that you're not going to be happy, then you're not. If you're hoping to find something better is what that feels like. And I think, again, that's what these arrows are talking about. You know that there are a lot more people out there in the world, and you're sort of thinking, why have I got to put up with something that's not good enough for me? Why I can be victorious and I can have what I want. So what if that's what you're fearing, what are you hoping for? Oh, here we are. This is the card of being single, happily single. Plenty of everything you need. You've got the stability, the strength, the financial security. Your emotions are in line. You've got mental clarity. This is you in a very secure and stable way. This is you not feeling like there is anything for you out there. So that's what you're fearing. But what you're hoping for is to be in your best energy. And I can tell you, you are going to be. Very much so. Because at the outcome, we have the Chariot, which is getting ready for movement, the Empress, which is your card, and the Hermit card. So let's read these three together. So the Empress is the Taurus energy, especially if you're a feminine. Now, I'll just pop those down. The interesting thing here is you've been hoping for your best energy, and you're getting your best energy. So the Ten of Pentacles is only one step down from the Empress, really. I know that there are several queens in between, but in terms of actually being fine on your own, this is one down from this. So you're hoping to be fine on your own, and you are going to be. In fact, I think you already are in this energy, to be honest. If you're not yet, you're very nearly in it. It's not going to take much. So there's movement going on. I think you've spent quite a long time recently having a good think, because the Hermit card is a card of gaining wisdom, and the Hanged Man is a card of gaining wisdom. They're slightly different. The Hermit, it's a sort of dogged energy, determinedly finding the right path for you and through life. And I think, you know, if we go back to why things aren't moving forward yet, here we are. You don't want to do anything rash. You've wanted to really think things through. You've wanted to prepare yourself properly to make the changes. And you've wanted to be in your best energy. Well, you are getting all of that. This is a love reading. So far it feels like you're coming out of a love connection. So what have we got coming in for love for Taurus? Because that's what's missing here. It just feels like you're coming out of something that has not been working for you. It's going to make you much, much happier. You're going to get into a much more stable energy. You're nearly there, to be honest. You're very, very nearly there. Well, what was my question? What have we got coming in for Taurus? And we've got the card of heartbreak. Well, that's not very helpful, I don't find. Oh no, here we are. Leaving heartbreak behind. I wonder if what that's actually saying is the situation, whilst you've been living it, has been slowly, gradually breaking your heart. You have now decided to leave it. I wonder if perhaps you're expecting when you leave you're going to be heartbroken, but I think the truth is you've been living heartbreak and you're choosing to leave that. That's what that feels like to me. So what have you got coming in over the festive period? exciting coming in? Oh yeah, wow. New love and Queen of Wands. Dynamic, strong, warm, capable, flexible, creative, powerful. Powerful new love coming in. The Queen of Wands is not afraid of anything. And, you know, if we take these strong feminines cards as well that we've got at the ending, you're embodying all of this energy, then you will soon be getting a new love offer coming in. Because this Queen is not scared. She's not scared of anything. And so new love can come in and you will be able to recognise it for what it is. You'll be able to work out whether it's good for you because you're going to be in your best energy. So actually, if this festive period, all you get out of it is the fact that you're coming into your very best energy, then that in itself is going to bring in a new love offer. That's going to be a really, really good thing. Yeah. It also feels a little bit to me like you might have messages coming in, love messages perhaps, or just communication coming in that might lead to love from people that you're not expecting in a way. This feels quite unexpected because we had a lot of free-flowing communication at the start. We've got a stable king, we've got the Queen of Wands, and we've got a love connection. Now we've got a lot of people around here. So if I just go through all the people that we have got so far in this reading, there's a lot here. We've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Knight of Wands. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Queen of Wands. And we've got the King of Pentacles. There's a lot of people around for you. I'm not sure how interested you're going to be in any of them, to be honest, because you're in this energy here of, I'm not sure I want what's on offer and I'm fine as I am, thank you. But if you do decide you are in the market for looking for love, then you definitely have love coming in. Well, I really hope so, Taurus. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe so that I can read your energy more easily, which will help me to do more accurate readings for you and your situation in the future. And if you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. But until the next time, this has been the Timeless Tarot. Goodbye.